Hi, so the educator I chose was Friedrich Fröebel. Some fun facts about Friedrich was that he was born in 1782 in Germany. He was a son of a priest, and his mother also died when he was 9 months old. At the age of 10, he decided or discovered that he had to learn for like nature and plants. He also taught at a bunch of schools, and he became interested in teaching by just reading about it from having many different types of jobs and just stumbling upon reading and about teaching, and then became really passionate. This person contributed to the educational thinking and practices by, for starters, like having the idea and being the inventor of kindergarten. He was also a big believer on hands-on learning, and that children should be like guided through learning than just being waiting for nature to show them how to go and how everything should be. He also made a bunch of guidelines about how you should teach children, and he was the first person to convey a theory on how children learn. This was significant, and especially about his contributions, was he changed the way education was taught to kids. There was a Fröebel Society made up after he died, which taught people how to become proper teachers. And a bunch of Fröebelian kindergartens opened up around different parts of the world, like North America and Europe. He was also a strong leader on how relationships matter between students and teachers. Some historical, political, and social events that influenced him was, for starters, his mum dying. He was a big believer that he missed out on a lot of learning because his mum died when he was very young. So his way of teaching was that women would be there more nurturing and there and help them, guide them along the way, than just not knowing what to do. His dad was a priest, so he was very religious, and throughout his whole teachings he was always pushing upon God and knowing that God was the way and that God was the reason why all these things happened. So it was important that God was always mixed in with teaching. His father was also very toxic, so his dad sent him to a female orientated school, so it was all singing and dancing, which Friedrich took upon and made that a part of kindergarten teaching. So singing and dancing is a way that he likes to teach kids, or he liked to teach kids. His work was important and relevant to the education in Australia, is that he was also a big believer in outdoor education, getting out there, learning things, figuring out new things, but also having someone to guide you along the way. Once again, he liked singing and dancing as a form of teaching, which I know that's still used today, and it's a great way to keep everyone involved and active and happy about it. He believed that, students were getting guided by teachers, and he believed that they should be guided through things instead of just having to figure it out on their own. And it was very hands-on learning, which is a big part of everything. This dude is really important to me as a teacher in the future, is that I'm a big believer in hands-on learning, and I think that I learn by hands-on, and I understand that's how everyone, most people learn, and it's easier to understand for me. He has a famous saying that was you begin where the learner is, which means that you can't really teach something without knowing where the kid is starting off from, so you have to be there along the way. And another saying is, at every stage, be at that stage, which means how I took it was, if you're teaching a kid, you need to be there along every single step of the way for them to understand and learn. And another thing which wasn't really pointed out on, but with him enjoying singing and teaching, I really want to be an enjoyable teacher and find enjoyable ways to learn and teach. But yeah.